Behind a narrow street of cobblestone, there stood a window made of gold, where tiny gears and silver hands moved through stories never told. An old man worked beneath the lamp, with spectacles upon his nose. He built 1,000 little hours for people he would never know. A girl came in one winter morning with a broken watch in hand. She said, "This belonged to someone who once helped me understand." The clockmaker turned the casing, found a message underneath, a single line in faded ink: "Keep the time you cannot keep." Turn the hands, let the moments go. Nothing stays the way we know. Every second has a door, every heartbeat asks for more. Turn the hands, don't hold them tight. Some things leave to make room for life, and the hours we let pass by may become the reason why. He repaired the little silver watch and gave it back that day, but she left a coin upon the desk before she walked away. Years passed by the window, and the old man carried on, until his hands grew tired one night and the final lamp was gone. The girl returned much later with a child beside her side. She found the shop was empty and the window dark inside, but on the dusty wooden counter a small brass clock still ran, and beside it was a note that said, "Time finds us when it can." Turn the hands, let the moments go. Nothing stays the way we know. Every second has a door, every heartbeat asks for more. Turn the hands, don't hold them tight. Some things leave to make room for life, and the hours we let pass by may become the reason why. She placed the little watch beside it, heard the two clocks beat as one. Two different lives, two different journeys, still connected when they were done. Outside, the street was changing, new footsteps crossed the stone, but somewhere in that quiet room, time continued on alone. Behind a narrow street of cobblestone, a window caught the morning glow, and every clock inside the dark still knew which way to go. On the wall behind the playground, someone drew a winding road past a mountain made of triangles to a place nobody knows. There were arrows made of yellow, there were rivers painted green, and a tiny red X waiting where the world had never been. Every afternoon after school, I would follow where it led, past the houses, past the market, through the thoughts inside my head. I never found the hidden kingdom, never reached the distant shore. The farther that I wandered, the less I feared before. Draw another line, leave the old one behind. You don't need to know the ending to discover what you'll find. One day rain came through the city, washed the whole map from the stone. All the roads became reflections, and the wall was left alone. I stood there with my hands in pockets, watching colors disappear. Then I understood the journey was the only treasure here. I don't need a map to tell me where the open road will bend. I can walk into tomorrow without knowing where it ends. Every step can make a pathway, every turn can change the view. Sometimes the place you're looking for is the person walking through. Years went by, and in the city I became a different man, with a suitcase full of questions and a life I didn't plan. Then I saw a child with chalk dust, drawing mountains on the ground, and a little red X waiting for a treasure to be found. Maybe every dream is temporary, maybe every rose will fade, but the hands that draw tomorrow are the hands that choice is made. So if rain should wash your picture, if the colors disappear, take a piece of chalk and start again. The road is always here. I don't need a map to tell me where the open road will bend. I can walk into tomorrow without knowing where it ends. Every step can make a pathway, every turn can change the view. Sometimes the place you're looking for is the person walking through. On the wall behind the playground, a new road begins to climb, and somewhere past the final arrow, there is still a world to find. Yeah. Platform number 7, beneath the paper moon, a suitcase sat beside me in the silence of the room. The timetable said 11, the station said goodbye, but no silver train appeared beneath the midnight sky. A woman read a newspaper, a man was counting change, a child was drawing windows on a ticket slightly strange. The clock kept making circles, the loudspeaker stayed asleep, and every tired traveler had somewhere else to keep. The train that never came carried less than yesterday, and more than I had kept. The train that never came became a different road. Sometimes a missed departure can lighten up your load. I walked beyond the station, past warehouses and rain, found a street with yellow windows and a bakery with flame. The baker gave me coffee, though I had no money left. He said some journey start when everything goes wrong instead. The train that never came still changed the way I left. I carried less than yesterday, and more than I had kept. The train that never came became a different road. Sometimes a missed departure can lighten up your load. Years later in another town, I heard that railway sound, a distant engine calling from somewhere underground. I thought about that evening, the suitcase and the rain, and wondered if the life I wanted was waiting for that train. Train that never came was never mine to take. It left me with an empty track and room enough to change. The train that never came still carried me somehow. I thought I lost my way back then, but I know where I am now. At platform number 7, the old clock may still remain. Somewhere in the quiet night, I thank the missing train. The orchard slept beneath the frost, its branches thin and bare. A single lantern swung at night above an empty chair. No house was standing near it, no footsteps crossed the ground. But every evening after dark, that little light was found. The villagers had stories about the lantern's glow. Some said it marked a hidden path, some said it watched the snow. But no one knew who lit it, or why it never died, until a boy walked through the trees on one December night. Follow the light, even when you don't know why. Somewhere beyond the darkness, there may be a wider sky. He found an old stone staircase beneath the frozen leaves, a door behind the apple trees with ivy on its sleeves. Inside, the room was empty except a wooden box, and letters tied with faded string beside a broken clock. The light was never meant to guide the people who were lost. It was a promise left behind by someone counting boy returned at sunrise and told the town what he had seen. They found the hidden orchard where the lantern had been. No one could explain it, no one knew the name, but every night thereafter they kept the lantern flame. The light was never meant to guide the people who were lost. It was a promise left behind by someone counting cost. The light was never meant to stay for just one pair of eyes. It waited through the longest night for anyone who tried. And when the winter came again, the orchard turned to white. But somewhere in the sleeping trees there burned a little light. Room 204 was never empty, though nobody lived there now. Dust had settled on the dresser, moonlight crossed the window somehow. Every night at exactly midnight, from behind the painted wall, someone heard a distant radio playing songs from long ago. A young man rented the apartment on a cold November day. He didn't know about the music that would slowly find its way. The first night he heard a trumpet, the next night a woman's voice. By the seventh night he realized the station made its choice. There's a radio in room 204, playing what we can't remember anymore. Every song becomes a doorway, every melody a memory, and the past keeps knocking softly from the radio in room 204. He searched behind the wallpaper, checked the attic and the floor, found no wires, no hidden speaker, nothing underneath the door. Then one night between the static, he heard someone say his name, and a voice he hadn't heard since his father passed away. There's a radio in room 204, playing what we can't remember anymore. Every song becomes a doorway, every melody a memory, and the past keeps knocking softly from the radio in room 204. He sat beside the silent window until the morning filled the room, listening to a life he'd buried, blooming gently through the gloom. Then the music slowly faded, like a train beyond the rain, and the room was just a room again, but he was not the same. Years went by, the building building changed, new apartments filled the floor, but the man still kept one old key from the place he lived before. Sometimes when the night is quiet and the city turns to blue, he hears a distant melody that sounds almost like you. There's a radio in room 204, playing what we can't remember anymore. Every song becomes a doorway, every melody a memory, and the past keeps knocking softly from the radio in room 204. No one knows who tuned the station, no one knows what happened there, but sometimes lost songs find a listener when the night is still enough to hear. Kept a jar beside her window, labeled with the days, filled with tiny pieces of evening, caught in amber rays. Every night she watched the skyline change from gold to gray, and then she wrote the date beneath it before the light gave way. She was saving all the sunsets for a morning she could not see, collecting little pieces of the sky to keep her company. She was saving all the sunsets, every color, every flame. Some people hold on to memories, she gave each one a name. There was crimson from September, purple from July, silver from a winter evening underneath a frozen sky. There was orange from a Tuesday, pink from a Sunday rain, and a blue one from the evening she learned to smile again. No one understood her, but she never asked them to. Some things become important because they only matter to you. She was saving all the sunsets for a morning she could not see, collecting little pieces of the sky to keep her company. She was saving all the sunsets, every color, every flame. Some people hold on to memories, she gave each one a name. One day a little stranger found her sitting by the shore. He asked her why she kept the jars when the sky gave something more. She smiled and pointed westward as the evening turned to gold. Some sunsets must be witnessed, but some are meant to be held. Years later in a different city, he remembered what she said when the evening filled his window with a river of bright red. He didn't need a jar that evening, he just stood beneath the sky, and for the first time in his life he let the sunset pass him by. She was saving all the sunsets until someone learned to see that the beauty we keep holding can be beautiful and free. She was saving all the sunsets, every color, every flame. Some people leave you memories, and some of them change your name. Somewhere on a quiet shoreline, the evening fades to blue, and every sunset that she gathered still lives in someone new. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Beneath the house where no one walks, below the wooden floor, there grew a garden made of light. Behind a hidden door, no seeds were planted in the earth. No rain had found the ground, but silver vines climbed up the walls, and flowers made no sound. The house had stood for many years, through winter heat and snow, and every family that lived there had never learned to know. A boy discovered it one night while chasing down a dream. He heard a quiet river flow underneath the beams, down where the roots remember, down where the lost things grow. There is a garden under the floor where only the brave ones go. Down where the silence gathers, down where the shadows bloom. Sometimes the hidden parts of life are waiting in another room. He found a chair beside the river, a book without a name. The pages held forgotten thoughts that somehow felt the same. There were wishes from a mother, a soldier's final song, a child's unfinished drawing of a place where he belonged. He read until the morning, turned the darkness into gray, then closed the book and understood some things survive that way. Down where the roots remember, down where the lost things grow, there is a garden under the floor where only the brave ones go. Down where the silence gathers, down where the shadows bloom. Sometimes the hidden parts of life are waiting in another room. He did not tell the people who came to see the house. He only left a candle beside the sleeping house. And every year when spring arrived, he opened up the door to check if something new had grown beneath the wooden floor. Down where the roots remember, down where the lost things grow, there is a garden under the floor where only the brave ones go. Down where the silence gathers, down where the shadows bloom. Sometimes the hidden parts of life are waiting in another room. The house was gone one summer, the garden disappeared, but underneath the empty ground, a little light remained. And somewhere deep beneath the world, where no one walks alone, the flowers still remember everything they've known. Oh, yeah. There was a blue bicycle leaning by the gate. Its tires were flat with winter, and its paint had started to fade. Nobody knew who owned it, nobody knew how long. But every morning someone moved it a little farther down the road. A girl began to ride it when the summer finally came. She fixed the chain with borrowed tools and polished off the frame. She didn't know its history, she didn't need to know. Some things become a beginning when you give them room to go. Ride until the road turns golden. Ride until the town is gone. Leave the places that have held you. Find a place you can become. Ride until the wheels remember every hill and every stone. Sometimes you don't need a destination to discover you're not alone. She crossed a bridge at sunrise, past a field of sleeping grain, found a little roadside diner with a window full of rain. The owner asked her where she came from. She said, I don't really know. He smiled and filled her coffee cup, then asked her where she'd go. Ride until the road turns golden. Ride until the town is gone. Leave the places that have held you. Find the place you can become. Ride until the wheels remember every hill and every stone. Sometimes you don't need a destination to discover you're not alone. By the time the evening found her, the bicycle had lost a light. She stopped beside a quiet field and watched the stars arrive. She thought about the empty gate, the rusted chain, the blue, and wondered how a forgotten thing could carry someone through. Years later, near the same old town, a child found it one day. The bicycle was leaning there, though the blue had turned to gray. She showed him how to fix the chain, then watched him start to ride, and smiled as he disappeared beyond the countryside. Ride until the road turns golden. Ride until the town is gone. Leave the places that have held you. Find the place you can become. Ride until the wheels remember every hill and every stone. Sometimes you don't need a destination to discover you're not alone. The blue bicycle kept moving from one pair of hands to two, and every road it traveled became a different view. street with no street signs, there stood a building made of stone, where every room was filled with things that once belonged to someone. A single glove beside a door, a letter with no name, a photograph of strangers who had forgotten why they came. The keeper walked among the halls with keys around his waist. He knew the story of each object, but never knew its place. A child's red ribbon from a fair, a compass pointing west, a wedding ring without a hand, a bird inside a nest. Welcome to the museum of everything we leave behind. We're broken little pieces, still remember someone's life. Nothing here is useless, nothing here is truly gone. Every lost and lonely object has a story carrying on. One day a woman came inside and stopped beside a chair. She said she knew the wooden thing that had been waiting there. Her father used to sit on it when she was just a child. She hadn't seen it since the day he disappeared for miles. Welcome to the museum of everything we leave behind. We're broken little pieces, still remember someone's life. Nothing here is useless, nothing here is truly gone. Every lost and lonely object has a story carrying on. The keeper asked her if she wanted to take the chair away. She shook her head and softly said no, let it stay. Some things are not for taking, some things are meant to show that even when a person leaves, a part of them can grow. The woman came back every year and brought another thing, a faded scarf, a wooden comb, a photograph from spring. Soon the empty room grew crowded with the memories she knew, and strangers came to find themselves in objects left by others too. Welcome to the museum of everything we leave behind. We're broken little pieces, still remember someone's life. Nothing here is useless, nothing here is truly gone. Every lost and lonely object has a story carrying on. And when the keeper disappeared, they found his keys inside, beside an empty wooden chair with sunlight on its side. The museum stayed open, the doors remained unlocked, and every forgotten thing still waited for its story to be told. He painted houses without windows, roads that never reached the sea, faces with no eyes to see him, hands that held no memory. Every morning in the studio, he would choose a different shade, of the heavens was the one he never made. People came to see his paintings, asked him why the skies were bare. He would smile and change the subject, as if there was nothing there. On the walls were empty horizons, fields that faded into white. Every picture looked unfinished, every day became the night. He forgot the sky, but he remembered every cloud. He forgot the blue, but he remembered being proud. Sometimes what we cannot name is the thing we fear to find. Sometimes an empty space is a memory left behind. One afternoon, a little girl found a canvas in the hall. She picked up a box of colors and began to paint it all. She painted birds above the rooftops, painted sunlight on the trees, painted something bright and endless, moving with the summer breeze. He forgot the sky, but he remembered every cloud. Ooh, he forgot the blue, but he remembered being proud. Sometimes what we cannot name is the thing we fear to find. Sometimes an empty space is a memory left behind. He stood beside her quietly and watched the colors spread. Then a single drop of blue paint fell beside the words he said. He took the brush she offered, though his hands began to shake, and painted one small piece of heaven for the memory's own sake. Years later, in a gallery, people gathered in a line. There was one enormous painting with a sky that seemed to shine. No one knew the story behind it, no one knew the years it took, but the artist stood beside it with a peaceful, distant look. He remembered the sky, though he forgot the day. He remembered every color that had once been far away. Sometimes what we cannot name is still waiting in the mind. Sometimes an empty space is where the brightest things we find. On the final canvas hanging, there were clouds above the trees, and a little patch of blue moving softly in the breeze. She worked beneath the city, where the old machines still turn, with a toolbox full of copper wire and a lamp that always burned. The elevators knew her footsteps, the pipes knew when she'd come. She could hear a broken engine before it made a sound. Every night after the workers left, She walked the empty floor and spoke to all the silent things that no one fixed before. She told the clocks about the weather, told the switches not to fear, told the broken generator that another day was near. Machines don't dream, but they remember every hand, every touch that brought them back when no one else could understand. Machines don't dream, but they keep the things we do, a little piece of every life, still running through them too. One winter night, the power failed, the whole building lost its light. The city outside disappeared into a wall of night. She climbed down through the basement with a candle in her hand and found an old machine still moving, though no one gave command. Machines don't dream, but they remember every hand, every touch that brought them back when no one else could understand. Machines don't dream, but they keep the things we do, a little piece of every life, still running through them too. She placed her palm against the metal, felt the trembling underneath. Not everything that keeps on moving needs a voice or needs to breathe. Sometimes something built by people carries more than steel and wire. Sometimes one forgotten engine can still hold a human fire. By morning, all the lights returned, the city came alive. But she kept hearing that old machine long after it had died. Years later, when she left the job, the workers found a note: take care of what still carries on, even when it cannot speak. Machines don't dream, but they remember every hand, every touch that brought them back when no one else could understand. Machines don't dream, but they keep the things we do, a little piece of every life, still running through them too. Deep beneath the city, where the old machines still turn, a single light above the hallway continues still to burn. Oh, yeah. He carried storms inside his jacket, tiny clouds beneath the scene. Every time the world grew heavy, thunder woke up from a dream. No one saw the silver lightning hiding underneath his skin. He just smiled and kept on walking through the weather deep within. But the sky can break apart without announcing where it starts, and the quietest of hearts can still contain a storm. I got a pocket full of thunder and a little rain to spare. I have walked through nights of wonder with the lightning in my hair. If the whole world starts to tremble, I will stand beneath the sound. Every storm that tried to break me left me stronger on the ground. He once met a girl at midnight on a rooftop near the train. She was holding back a hurry Sometimes silence builds a bridge between two distant hearts. I got a pocket full of thunder and a little rain to spare. I have walked through nights of wonder with the lightning in my hair. If the whole world starts to tremble, I will stand beneath the sound. Every storm that tried to break me left me stronger on the ground. Years went by and roads divided, different cities, different skies. But whenever storms came rolling, he remembered her blue eyes. Then one summer near the ocean, he found a letter in the mail. Only 3 words on the paper: did you make it through the gale? So he took the old train northward with the thunder in his coat, past the fields and sleeping stations, past the places they once rode. When he reached the final platform, she was standing in the rain, and the clouds above them opened like they knew their names. I got a pocket full of thunder, but I don't have to hide it now. Every scar became a window, every storm became a vow. If the whole world starts to tremble, we can face it side by side. Some storms are not meant to destroy you, some are meant to change the sky. He still carries storms within him, but they don't frighten him anymore. Somewhere underneath the thunder, there is sunlight at the core. Yeah. Oh. He carried storms inside his jacket, tiny clouds beneath the scene. Every time the world grew heavy, thunder woke up from a dream. No one saw the silver lightning hiding underneath his skin. He just smiled and kept on walking through the weather deep within. But the sky can break apart without announcing where it starts, and the quietest of hearts can still contain a storm. I got a pocket full of thunder and a little rain to spare. I have walked through nights of wonder with the lightning in my hair. If the whole world starts to tremble, I will stand beneath the sound. Every storm that tried to break me left me stronger on the ground. He once met a girl at midnight on a rooftop near the train. She was holding back a hurricane, behind her eyes a rain. They didn't talk about their troubles, they just watched the city glow to unfinished constellations with nowhere else to go. Sometimes strangers understand what the closest people can. Sometimes silence builds a bridge between two distant hearts. I got a pocket full of thunder and a little rain to spare. I have walked through nights of wonder with the lightning in my hair. If the whole world starts to tremble, I different skies. But whenever storms came rolling, he remembered her blue eyes. Then one summer near the ocean, he found a letter in the mail. Only 3 words on the paper: did you make it through the gale? So he took the old train northward, with the thunder in his coat, past the fields and sleeping stations, past the places they once rode. When he reached the final platform, she was standing in the rain, and the clouds above them opened like they knew their names. I got a pocket full of thunder, but I don't have to hide it now. Every sky became a window, every storm became a vow. If the whole world starts to tremble, we can face it side by side. Some storms are not meant to destroy you, some are meant to change the sky. He still carries storms within him, but they don't frighten him anymore. Somewhere underneath the thunder, there is sunlight at the core. At the corner of the avenue, where the city lost its sound, there was one small flower shop, with its windows glowing round. It opened after midnight, when the restaurants were closed, and the owner knew exactly which flowers people chose. A soldier bought a sunflower for a room he couldn't leave. A woman bought a white rose for a heart that couldn't grieve. A tired man bought wild violets and carried them away, though he never told the florist who he needed them to say. Flowers after midnight, for the things we cannot say, for the words that miss the moment, for the ones who walked away. Flowers after midnight, when the streets are almost still. Some hearts bloom in darkness, when the world has lost its will. When the world has lost its will. One night just before closing, a stranger crossed the floor. He asked for something beautiful he had never bought before. The florist looked around him, then reached beneath the shelf. She wrapped a bundle of blue flowers and said, "These are for yourself." Flowers after midnight, for the things we cannot say, for the words that miss the moment, for the ones who walked away. Flowers after midnight, when the streets are almost still. Some hearts bloom in darkness, when the world has lost its will. The stranger stood there quietly, the flowers in his hand. He said, "I thought that I had lost the person I once planned." The florist tied a ribbon and answered with a smile, "Sometimes you have to bring yourself a little beauty for a while." Years passed by, the city changed, the shop was painted green, but every night the flowers came for someone never seen. And on the final evening, before the owner closed the door, she left one bouquet outside for whoever needed more. Flowers after midnight, for the hearts that lost their way, for the dreams that need remembering, for the hope that stays. Flowers after midnight, when the streets are almost still, some hearts bloom in darkness, and some always will. At the corner of the avenue, the city carried on, but one small vase beneath the moon was waiting for the dawn.